I have to be at work at a certain time. But I got all caught up in what I was doing. I've been up for a little bit. I'm going to go down here. And so what am I doing? Getting all caught up. So I have this Quilt As You Go Sophie bag. There it is. And here's the instructions. It is a June Taylor bag, sew by number pattern, printed on batting. What got me all caught up is I had done this opening before, and I have some scraps. Hold on. I have some scraps. I'm going to get my other glasses on so I could see. Okay, there we go. Hi, Jessica. So, I have some scraps here, and these are wax print African prints. And you can see they've kind of been through. I actually bought them from a designer who makes clothing. And she brings these back when she goes. She imports them in. And so she had this big table. I met her and I said, oh, I'd love to have some of those scraps. So she gave me a bag and she said, fill up this bag for $20. And I did. Good morning, Catherine. And they've been here for a while now, maybe 2 or 3 years. Now I've cut up for another project. The scraps though were, you know, all different sizes. You know, some were wonky like this, and they're just so beautiful. This is all I could get my hands on. So I cut up for another project, which will be a surprise for the future. And I've been kind of processing them. I also have a pile. I started cutting up a pile of 4.5-inch squares, which they're somewhere in here. I think I only got to about maybe 4 or 5 or 6. Oh, here they are. See? So I was thinking maybe of making a falling charms quilt with these. I don't even know if I'll have enough. So I've been just cutting them down. And as you can see, I've been using them this weekend. So there we go. I've got that. Oh, let me put these in here. So with that scrappy tote, it calls for like a jelly roll or something like that. And I said I wanted to go ahead and use my scraps. I went and I was cutting. So that's what got me all, hi Barb, and good morning Vera. That's what got me behind. But then I realized I was ready to go live and I realized, oh, I can't make this bag. I need a backing. So then I quickly went through some stash and I found this print. And I thought, okay, we're going to go with this print as the inside because that's what I have. And so this is what it's looking like. I have the binding. And yes, I already pressed it, ready to go. This is going to be the binding. This is going to be a total scrappy bag, right? Binding. Then it calls for 4 of these pieces. And I also watched some videos. Shabby Fabrics did a video. Some other people did videos. So I was looking at what other people were doing because, you know, I'm not a bag maker. So again, Leanna is sewing out of her element today. So this also was in my advent box. I would have probably never bought this, but it was in my advent box, and I am going to try to make things and, you know, live out of the box a little. Hi, Allison. Thank you for watching. Glad you're here. So I'm going to, you have pieces 1 through 8 have to be, oops, this size here. And some of my scraps were not that long, so I just went ahead and put a seam on there. And so these are the fabrics that I could get. Really, it was all whatever was there. And there were fabrics I would love to have in this bag, but they weren't going to fit. So I found, I think it was 9, right? I think I found 9 of these. No, 8 of these. I found 8 that I could make the strips long enough. And then you needed 4 smaller strips, so I did that. And I mean, Shabby Fabrics told you the dimensions. They actually read this, which I'm going to do as well, because you really need this. You need to buy this to follow these instructions. So here we go. So these were 2.5, and then this was 2.5 binding. Then it calls for like the top of the bag, and the only big enough piece I had was this. So I'm just gonna go with it. But then I saw something that I forgot I had. This isn't African prints, but God, look at it. It looks so beautiful. I think it would look great with this. And then I could put chickens, incorporate chickens into this bag. And I just saw this right before I came. So I'm having a hard time. Hi, Christina. The bag will make, that fabric will make a great bag. Yeah. So like now I'm torn about these chickens because I'm like, so I've got this aside. I have, though, this already cut out. And then this is the, what are they calling this? They are calling this piece 15, 13 and 15. So that was going to be it. So we'll audition this piece here with these strips before we make the final commitment of it. But this is where I am. And then I thought they play nice, right, with this fabric here. So we're just going to go for it. So in the instructions, the first thing it said, and I was doing that when I realized what time it was, is to cut a 1/2 inch to 1 inch. And I have to put this here because I obviously am not ready with this. It says to cut 1 inch to a 1/2 inch to 1 inch around the lines, and then to cut the straps on the line. So I cut the straps on the line. They're over there. And then I cut this. You know what? I said 2, 1, 1/2 a dozen. I'll take the medium. So instead of a 1/2 or 1 inch, I went 3/4. So hi, Eva. So I went 3/4. So I had decided that 3/4 was it. What I'm going to do here, though, is take this fabric and put it on here. So they said to, you can pin it, you can spray baste it. Basically, you can do whatever it is you want to do. And I'm just putting this on here like this, on this fabric. To basically, you want a fabric, right? You want this fabric to be a sandwich. So I'm not spray basting anything indoors. I'll die if I do that. So we're not going to do that. Pins, I feel like I'm going to stab myself. So I could use a glue stick, but I'm probably not going to wash this bag right away. So I've opted to try this whole method. Like, I'm not making this hard enough already on me with these wonderful pins here that I have. And then this way I don't have to. Espera un momento. Are you bag making, Leanna? Somebody hold a cafecito. Yes. Well, I am doing, you know what? I did that bucket today. I am going to, yes, this was part of my Advent box. So yes, I am, hold the phone is right. I am going to go for it. So I'm putting this together. They said to sandwich it how you want to sandwich it. So I'm going to put these. I think it would be better if I could just put straight pins. It'll be easier because I'm going to have to take these out when I start sewing on these lines. But for right now, this was the solution I could come up with. If I was washing the bag, I think a nice glue stick would be just fine. So I'm just going to come in here. And I'm trying to stay away from these lines because the other next instruction is to sew around those outside lines, just a hair inside the line. So I'm going to do that. Now, I watched Shabby yesterday, and she was showing you how to do the straps. And I said to Honey, it was an almost hour-long video. I said to Honey, I don't know if I can do this. I said, you know what? The back part wasn't the hard part. I think the straps is a freaking nightmare. And then she was saying how to use this tape, or you could use this other stuff. Well, this morning, I'm looking at this. I'm like, I don't have either one. And so she said to use glue stick, but she says it was going to be messy. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not doing that either. So I came up with an idea and I tried it and it worked. And boy, did that cut out a lot of this, because she spent most of that video trying to get those straps ready. And I said, this is why I don't make bags. This is why I don't do this. This is so complicated. And I wait till you see what I did. I haven't seen anybody do it this way. So I took, you know how, if you ever seen how I've done the binding, the Fabric Cafe binding, if you've seen those videos, I basically took a knot out of that. I said, let me see what I do with the Fabric Cafe binding. I bet you would work just fine with these straps, and I won't lose my mind and be defeated. So I tried one and it worked so beautiful. So I can't wait to show you. That might actually be in a video, because every video I watch, they made putting those straps so complicated. Not that I'm a bag maker at all, but for me, it made sense. All right, so you come in here, you flatten all this out. Oh, I'm going to put one right here. I'm going to put one right here. Yeah, so Leanna's making a bag because, you know, I'm trying different things out. Here we are. Okay, so now I'm going to take my rotary cutter and my big ruler, and here we go. Is your liner upside down? What do you mean my liner upside down? This is supposed to be on the outside, and this is supposed to be out, and this is supposed to be out. So wrong sides together. Is that what we're talking about, or did I do something wrong? I'm going to wait because I am not a bag maker. I don't, you know, I figure this bag is going to be a hot mess, but you know what? At least I tried. I don't care what way the pattern is inside the bag. I'm just going to be happy if I can get this to look like a bag and not an I Love Lucy special at this point. Hi, Cash, and hi, Maria. Yes, perfect. Okay. You scared me there for a second, but I said, you know what? I gotta just pull off this Band-Aid and figure this stuff out. Okay, and pull up my big girl panties and go for it. So here we go. You know what? We're gonna go this way because those pins are in my way. And we're gonna trim all this off anyway. So this is not like, this part here is not a big deal. I'm sure you're probably saying, what in the world is she doing? So again, this is not a tutorial in any way. This is just how my brain is thinking maybe how this may go or may not go. Okay, so here we go. I have lots of that. So I think I'm ready to start sewing. So here we go. Wish me luck. We're gonna go, and this is what it is. Quilt as you go. All right. So I have my pins in, and look at that. I just stabbed myself. I didn't close the pin. I have my pins in. Everything is flat. You cannot put an iron to this. She says if you put an iron to this, this will be destroyed. So we're not going to put an iron to it. Everybody said that, so we're not ironing anything. I'm going to move this over to the other side and move you guys. All right. There we are. You guys are moved. I'm also going to show you something else. So before we start this bag, I had to double check students before that said, well, thank you. I appreciate it. Hi, Joyce. Leanna, I got my starch on Saturday. Thanks. Oh, great. Can't wait for you to try it too. So I put a video out on how I do it. So after we left, and so this is just going to be, I don't know, it's just going to be a gift to Mom for no reason. So when I went into looking for extra stuff, you know how I always put these sewing kits together for the kiddos when I give them a machine. I'm trying to do the same with my mom. So I gave her the machine, and she's now loving the sewing. She's got the bug. So we got these Creative Notion scissors from the Advent box, the soft square one. And you know what? They're beautiful and they're pink. And oh, I so want them. But I really do have a lot of scissors. So I think I'm going to... yeah, I found other scissors too. I haven't decided yet. But I think these are heavy. The only problem with these are they're a little bit on the heavy side. And I'm not sure if that will wear on Mom. Hold on. I found some other... oh, here they are. Is this the other scissors? Yeah. And then I found these scissors in my bunch. They look like they call the Creative Circle. I'm not quite sure what these scissors are actually. So I haven't, she said she needed a pair of, I don't have big scissors to give her because they're all over my house. I can't part with any of those. So there's these scissors, which are much lighter, believe it or not. And these are old-timey Fiskars. I saw them afterwards. They say Fiskars. So she'll be getting a scissor. I'm going to actually talk to her and see. I should cut it with the fabric and see which ones are the sharpest. But anyway, so I found that. We also got this in the Advent box, and I have the exact same one. So I figured I can give that to Mom. Oops. So I have that. And this was gifted to me, but you know, I know that you all will be all right. It's a tape measure and a little pad. And it says 50 on it. And so I'm going to pass that along to Mom. This was also in our Advent box this time around, this little needle minder. So I did that. I found this in my stuff, so I'm going to give her that. Today I just found this, so I'm going to give her that. I had these pins, and I found some of these Wonder Clips. And my extra, I hardly have any extra because I've given away so much. So the only thing that I did not have, but I found, is this. And it looks new to me. So I'm hoping it'll be good. But I'm going to tell her she might need a new one. So, but look, this little thing, I put that in there. And these can go right there. So these little pockets fit a lot of little things. And so that's where I've got this. And then I'm going to figure out which scissor is the best. But yeah, I've got Mom's thing going on in there. Oh, you know what? I probably should throw some thread in there. I had, let's see. Yes, I did that. It came out cute. I know. I wish I had more time. If I had time, you know, my mom's birthday is in April. So it's like, do I wait to April? But then I have to go through April, right? February, March. I have to go through March. So then I figured, nah, she's getting into the sewing bug now. But if I had time, I was going to say anyone who had little notions that you think that I don't have, you can send them my way and I'll put them in the basket and ship it to my mom. But it's okay. I think she pretty much has a good little stash going there. And you know what? I'm going to go in here and I am going to find thread. Let's see. I know I have a spool here somewhere. Yeah, here we go. But the thing is that she's mostly right now doing clothing. So I have to ask her what thread she wants. I have a feeling she wants polyester, and I don't have that. So, but I have plenty of cotton I can send her. Well, not plenty, but I can share. Good morning, Joydy. Okay, so yeah, so this was my out-of-the-box sewing yesterday, and now I'm converting it to my mom's little sewing thing. The only thing I like to do though is the bottom is very, very soft, which is good, right, for travel. But I almost think I want to cut a piece of nice thick cardboard, maybe cover the cardboard with fabric and then put it in there as an insert. Or do you think that's too much? What do you all think? Let me know what you think about that idea, because that idea came, oh look, and I found a thing here. That idea came to my, actually just now. It just actually just came to me now. Hi, Eddie. So I feel like I was okay with that. I feel like I did a good job. So one of you all sent me this. I don't know who did that, or do I know who did that? My memory's shot. Yes to the cardboard. Yes. And then, right, I've seen it where people cover the cardboard and make it look pretty and then put it in. So that's what I'm thinking. So someone sent this to me. This was on my wish list, and we're going to use it today because they say that we need starch, but this wax African prints, they're pretty feeling, you know, stiff. So Karen, thank you. Good morning. So I'm going to use this. It tells you do not iron, finger press, or use one of these. So we are going to go for it. So it says top edge feature. Oh, that's that. Okay, instructions. Trim excess batting around the tote pattern, leaving approximately a ½ inch to an inch margin around all sides. I went for 3/4. Cut the straps on the line and set straps aside. I did that. Attach wrong side of batting to wrong side of backing fabric. Did that. Says to use June Taylor quilt basting spray, but you know, or it says, or glue stick or pins. We went with the safety pins. See, I'm already breaking all kinds of rules. Hi, Katie. Box on pins. What's box on pins? Pin cushion. Oh, pin cushion. Yes, I'm going to have to make a pin cushion. I could send her my cellulite pin cushion pumpkin, but no. I have cut pieces off an old cutting board and covered it. At least cutting board could get wet without much harm. Oh, good idea. Pin cushion. Yeah, I don't have a pin cushion, but I will. I sent you, oh, Eva. I knew someone did. Thank you, Eva. I couldn't remember. No, it wasn't. A lot of the Amazon ones weren't. So I was, yes. So hi, Regina, pin cushion. You know what? Let me write that down. I feel like I have pin cushions somewhere, but then I feel like I don't. But you know what? I can go through all my stuff again. Why do I hear a duck? All right. Now, where are all my Post-its? Oh, here they are. Okay. I'm going to write this down. As you guys remember things, pin cushion. Oh, I do have a pin cushion now that I think about it. Or did I give that away already? I'm going to look over there. I think I may have a pin cushion because I remember making a green pin cushion from the Ginger Quilter box, but I don't know if I already gave it away to a student. So I'm gonna have to think on that. I think Gmail is having issues because this is the second time I've seen this happen. Wait, what? What? I guess I've missed something. Okay, I guess it's a chat between them. All right, so let's go. We have this, and she says we're going to start with one because it's like number painting by numbers, and which I never did that either, but we'll go with it. So I guess I should lay these out, right? Should lay these out to see how I even want them on here, and then I need this on the center. Put these pins here. And clear off some of my craziness that I got going on. So here we are. You know what would be good too is a turner. Let me write that down. This is when I wish I was getting more subscription boxes because what I was doing with all the extra stuff for subscription boxes is I was just gifting it away when I was giving away machines and stuff. And it's a turner. It would be good. You know, a turner. Point turner. And I didn't have one in Puerto Rico, and I found an extra point turner, and I put it in my stash to take with me next time I go to Puerto Rico for my sewing room. But maybe I'll give her that, and then somehow one will appear. Let's see. Purple thing. You know, I don't have a purple thing. I want a purple thing, but I don't have a purple thing. Now I'm going to look that up too. I just ordered because this said to use a hem, a hot hem. It's like a piece of like felty looking thing. Purple thing. And I had to order one, but it's not coming on Thursday. And so I'll show you what I used instead. And it worked. I just measured and just put a line and then I folded it in. Then what about a needle threader? Oh yes, needle threader. Okay. Don't have that. I am really low on all the extra tchotchkes. I had a ton of them, but because I have been giving away sewing machines lately with stuff, I'm going to write thread here too, because to remind myself about thread. Oh, and maybe I should put also a charm pack. Debbie gave me all those charm packs. I could put a charm pack in there. Maybe she can do something like that. I love my purple thing. Yeah, I have this that I got in a Advent box about 3 years ago. And this is the only thing. And I lose it all the time and I get mad. And then I should really have 4 or 5 of those, but I don't know where to get them. A thimble. Oh, I have lots of those. I have a whole bag of thimbles. I didn't think about that. Good. Machine screwdriver. She has all that. When I set her machine up, it was my machine. It was a Kenmore that I rescued. I had all the stuff. So she has all the feet. She has the machine screwdriver. She has the oil, but I'll service it for her. So these are good ideas that need to go in there. And here we are. So we have, so I need something in the center. And let's see. And really, I didn't have a lot to choose from. I mean, the bag that she gave me was adequate, but didn't have a lot of different things that I can choose to make strips from, you know. So let's see, we'll put that there. Maybe this here. I love this bag. I mean, I just love these colors, I should say. I'm feeling like, could that be there? Yes, but this is in purple. That's good. Oh, you know what? Here we go. We'll move this to here like that. And then this. Now this looks too. Oh, you know what? We'll put this one over here. I think I want this one over here and this one over here. Move this one. Oh, there we go. Wait, how do I have more than I need? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, 4, 5. Oh, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, I think I'll go like this actually. No. Nope, I'll go like this. All right, we're good. We figured it out. So I'm going to lift them like this. Hopefully I will remember the spots. You can all yell at me when I don't remember the spots, because I'm sure that's going to happen. Okay, so we have one right here. 7. Oh, I only needed 7. That's the, no, 8. Okay, we're gonna go with 1 here, I think. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 strips. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is just 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, we're good. So now I have to do 2. 2 is right here. So she just kind of placed this on here. And I'm going to have to, oh wait, I didn't do a step. Ah, put this here. Okay. I didn't do a big step. Sorry, see? I'm already going out of step. I don't know where that step is, but we're supposed to stitch a hair in here. Let me see where that is. I read that somewhere. It says trim excess batting. I did that. It says place piece 1. It just says to go right to it. No, it does here. And it's highlighted and bolded, and I missed that. Yeah. Hello, the guy who sews. That's Sean. Yeah, I'm oh, happy birthday, Sean. Happy birthday. Hi, Raven and Sheet Woods. I obviously missed a lot of people. Hi, Aisha. I'm sorry. Hi to everyone on the chat. Trying to focus here, and I got to leave in 20 minutes. Let's see. So it says in highlighted and bolded. 2, turn batting right side up and sew through batting and backing on the outermost solid line. This line is important for trimming when piecing is done. So we got to do this. To better see the lines, use contrasting colored thread. Well, guess what? This is dark and we're just going to go with it. So we're good. And so we're going to take this. And of course, now my table is full of stuff. And go and sew right on the innermost of this line. There it goes. And I guess this is just for trimming purposes. So we're going to do that. That's... And you know what? Now everything is going. Here, I'm going to move this out of the way. We don't need that design board right now. And let's give you also something to read. Thank you. Look at that. Someone just gave me a gift. I guess that gift really is for you, Sean, but I will accept it. Thank you. Okay, poison from an animal. Oh, this is life science skills right now. Poison from an animal is also called A, echolocation, B, toxic, or C, venom. Because we all need a little education first thing in the morning. Because you're definitely not getting a sewing education from me. But, you know, you're probably getting entertainment by me attempting a bag. You know, I did a bag, and I'm very proud of my bag. The one bag I did, well, actually I made 2 bags. And I love it. So the one bag is in Puerto Rico. That I made up on my own because I needed a beach bag and it needed to be big. And I don't know what I did. Couldn't tell you what I did. Lots of mistakes, but hey, it's fine. It serves its purpose. But my first bag I ever did, I did with MAC. She's a channel. And I can't think of her channel now. Couture, M.A. Couture. She did the bag. I can't remember what the bag's name is. But also, it was a pre-printed, like, squares. And you put your mini charms on it. Mondo bag. It was called a Mondo bag. That's what it was called. And I made one of those to go to festival. And that, I love that bag. That's the bag I used to go to work with every day. But now maybe I'll have this bag. Because some days I don't need that giant Mondo bag. All right. And everything is here. I guess if I'm going to get into bags, it's good that I have these pre-done things here. I honestly, one day, I just needed a bag. We were going to Jersey, the Jersey Shore, and my bag broke, this beach bag that I had that was like a straw bag. And I don't know, I came up here, I watched some video of some lady making it. Couldn't tell you what it was. It was so long ago. It was baggish and it works. It was very tall because this lady was just telling you the basics of how to make one, and you kind of made your own bag depending on what size you need. And so it's basically, you know, she showed how to box the corners. It's huge, the bag. It's odd looking though. I will say it's very odd looking because it's a weird shape I made. Here we go. So there we go. So we're going around here. And what did everybody say? Venom, Venom. I sent you that. LOL. What did you send? I send you that? What are you sending me, Aisha? Let's see. Or did you send me something? Or are you talking to someone else? Because I don't know. Mac makes great bags. I made several Mondo bags, both sizes. They are so fun to make. And I actually bought more of that webbing for the Mondo bag at Festival, but they didn't have any of the instructions. They just had the webbing, so I don't know if I have to buy the pattern again. Probably could just follow that tutorial again. She really did such a great job on that tutorial. Oh, the heart gift. Well, thank you, Aisha. All right, so here we are. I did that all the way around. Okay. Now I can go to 1. Place fabric piece 1, right side up on batting section, marked 1, align edges. Printed lines are placement lines, not sewing lines. Pin lightly or glue to hold in place. 2, place the piece 2 right sides together with piece 1 and align with the printed line on batting. Sew through all layers, piece 1 and 2, batting, backing, and fabric with scant 1/4 inch and allowance for printed line. Okay, I don't know. I'm just going to wing it. So we're going to go with 1. Here's 1. I'm going to take this out because it's a little bulky. But at least I'm not poking myself. Now I will use regular pins. So it says to come in here. And I cut this to their spec. There we are. You know what I'm going to do? Because I don't like this here. And because I don't know what I'm doing, I feel like I need this open here. Ooh, look at all that dust. You're not seeing this. Let me... Oh, here. Perfect. I have a piece of batting right here. Let me dust this part off. How did dust get underneath there? These fabric fibers go everywhere. All right, here we go. So I have opened my table so I have a flat surface to work on instead of having a ridge. All right, here we go. What is everyone working on today? I'm currently making several bags. Oh, wow. Just remember, it's a placement line, not a stitch line. Yes. What's the name of this bag you are making? It is called a Sophie tote bag. So here we are. Now we are flat, and I don't have that little ridge. And I'm putting this, and then I'm going to take 2, and I'm going to remove these. You know, I really only did this so I could basically secure this so for the line's sake. All right, so here we are. Here's 2. So now 2, these are like batiks where you can never tell what side is what. Okay, so here we are. I'm gonna line this up here and line this up there. And I'm gonna stop holding my breath because for some reason I'm holding my breath. Oh, look at this. Does these all do this? Look at this. I'm like a squirrel. No, I thought that those went on. Okay, never mind. So here we go. It says to pin in place. So I'm going to pin these. Oh, but in shabby chic, whatever that lady is, she said to use long pins. So I'm going to use my long pins here. It seems like, I don't know, there's too many pins. Because she did say to flatten. So let's flatten. Okay. Wish me luck. I think I'm going to sew here a scant 1/4 inch. And she did not give a length for piecing this. So I'm just going to go with what we use for quilting, right? Attempting to make a first wedding quilt. Oh, wow. A wedding ring quilt or a different one. All right, so for the poison from an animal is called venom. Okay, the smallest living part of an animal or a plant is A, a cell, B, a molecule, or C, a nucleus. I am having problems with pronunciation today. Now, this is where it would be good to have something like, I feel like she used the Bernina or that Jonomi I'm looking at, because I will say with this, it doesn't flow, but I have issues. Remember, I have bottom issues anyway with this machine, so I feel like it's not gliding as it should. I'm thinking that I probably should have began and started, like reinforced, right? I didn't reinforce over here. I think I should do that. Okay, there we go. Okay, I can breathe now, so I'm going to take these out. I don't know why I get myself all like, I get myself all crazed. So I'm going to bring this over. And let me read to see if I'm doing this right. They want more traditional, so more modern. Hi, Rita, should be cell, I think. So now I'm using my little presser here. And I have this presser, and then I have a seam roller that I could use. I mean, let's just use it all on here. Why not? This really is for pressing seams open, but I like the feel on my hand on this. Okay, so there's 1 and 2. So I'm going to say step 3 is flip piece 2 right side up. The edge of the fabric should fall on the edge of the next, which it does. Yes. And then it says smooth piece over the batting. Did that. Step 4, when pressing seam allowances, please finger press. Use our magic seam wand. That looks like this. When batting is covered by the fabric, You may safely iron, but until they all have to be covered. So now it says continue to place pieces by using the numbers. Okay, so that was 2. So now I have to go 3, which is here. So this is my, right? This is, oh, that's 2. Oh, this is 1, 2. So 3. Oh, these go on this side. So actually the 3 is, who knows what I just did now. This ought to be fun. Okay, we're just going to go with this. You know what? The strips is just going to have to lay the way they lay. I don't know now what I did with the strip line. Okay, where we go. I should have labeled the strips, and I didn't. Like with a number. I should have assigned the strips a number. So yes, so if you are paying attention to my life science class right now, trivia, it is a cell, and which was a cell. Okay, so now I've pinned that, and we are going to, and let me see that other side. Yep, we're gonna go and scant 1/4 inch it. This does not want to move. I think my machine is just out. I really have to, oh, there it goes. Okay. It doesn't like moving. There it goes. Okay, we have 3. And I'm going to put that there. And then I am going to finger press this over. And I'm actually hitting the line. Thank you, Eva. As you can see, it's come in handy. And it's hitting the line. So we're good. So 4 is on this side. And we're going to say that, I don't know what we're going to say. I don't know where we're at with this. Honestly, we're going to say this. Maybe, and this. I'm going to have to re-put these in. Oh, maybe these go on this side. I have to redo what I did here. Sorry. Okay. That's fine. Now I've got it. So this is going to 4 because 4 is there. And this is 5 and 7. Okay. So this has a little seam because I had, I was working with scraps. So I'm going to come in here again and take my 3 long pins and put them all the way across. I love this fabric. I need more, but I have plenty to play with. And let's see, kind of like watching an earthquake. Hi, Myra. Using one of those printed by, okay. Oh, this is one of, yeah, it is. Just turned into 2 quilts to the long armors. Yes. All right, so here we are. We're going to, I have to take a deep breath. I know I get so stressed out about something so trivial as this. It's not necessary. This is supposed to be fun. It is fun. It is fun. It's just, it's a new skill that I'm not comfortable. And I have a lot of stuff on that other end of the table. I feel like my feed dogs don't like this. All right, here we are. there we are. So we have that. And I did I back tack here? I did. I think I did. Yes, I did. Okay. So here's 4. And again, we're just doing this. Now, I don't know how those folks did a bag in an hour. I think that this is going to be an ongoing little project I'll be working on because, or I'll get obsessed. And then tonight, I'll finish this whole thing up because I'll be obsessed. I will make a video, though, if those straps work out good, because I will tell you, the straps people made it so complicated with all the glues and interfacings and all the other stuff. Okay, so let's put on one more. And this goes on this side. And this goes on this side. We'll put 5 here. Actually, I probably can do these strips, but then I have to go to work. Unfortunately, I have to go to work to pay the bills. I didn't see her start. Was this a kit? Yes, it was part of the Advent box that I received from Soft Squares. I don't remember if it was A or B in which this came in, but it came in one of those. And so I did all the Carmen ones, and I'm not going to do all of them because last night I pulled out the grand finale kit from like the Little House in the Prairie lady, Melissa Gilbert fabric, and it's so fall-like, and I do not want to sew with fall colors right now. My mode right now is Valentine's fabrics and African prints. That's going to be my jam, I think, this month. There we are. But I have an exciting project that I'm doing. I am using African prints, and though it's going to have a Puerto Rican flair, because I am a descendant from the indigenous tribe, and we have special dances called bomba in our tradition, and I'm basing something that I'm working on with my ancestors and traditions, which actually date back because I did my genetic, but I haven't gotten all the stuff yet. Okay, so I have that, and we're gonna come here. So bomba, ladies, if you haven't noticed what a bomba lady is, that's my inspiration. It's a lot of prints like this, but they always have a white shirt with a big ruffle, or they'll have like a white with a red ruffle. And I'm using that as my inspiration. This bag looks like a party. I know her even. I love it. Hi, Mona. I'm making a bag. And I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm making a bag. I'm all excited about it too. Can you tell? I'm very excited about making this bag. All right, so we're going to put this one on next. And yes, it did go a little bit over. Don't know why, but that's all right. I'm just going to adjust this to where that line is. Okay, that is good. That line is good there. That's good there. It veered off track over here. That's fine. And here we go. Now, Mona would have probably, or any of you probably would have had this bag done already, but it's going to take me a few. All right, so here we are. And I have to go from the line. Part of my issues right now is my sewing machine. I'm wondering if I shouldn't go to one of my antique vintage machines right now after I do this. because they'll go through a lot more. So there's a lot of firsts that has happened in January because, you know, I'm not an applique person. I've been doing that. I made that basket for my mom that I'm trying to fill up with notions for her. I'm probably not going to get it to her for another 2 weeks because I like to find some more things to put in there. So now here's that. And there we are. And now I have to go to 7 over here. And I'm going to remove these pins. Where's my bucket? Here it is. Sorry, I'm not too exciting here. Should they throw more pictures? Wait, what is this? Did you have the Fabricator dual walking foot one? I do. Should I be putting that on? Probably, right? I would still read this. I should have thrown more pictures. One album of the year, that album. Okay, oh. I like a scary... I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm trying. Late to the party, no problem, as incognito. Welcome. So I'm going to put this here. That's 7, and this went to the line, except for this little, nah, it did. It's good enough. So I'm going to put this here and here. Put these on here. So let's try something before I leave. Let's try Mona's suggestion here. Okay, so this is my dual feed foot because you know what? It's not really going through too well. So, and it puckered in one spot, and I'm angry at that it puckered there, but it's gonna stay there. It's my first bag. All right, I have a 1/4 inch foot for this. So I'm gonna put my 1/4 inch foot. Put those in there. Okay, we're gonna try this out. Put this right here. And go for it. Now this has to go into the center. It's working better, but not that great. I think it's my feed dog system. It's just, I know that it's on its way out. She said I would get a year and more, and I'm at that year. But it's actually much better. It is definitely much better than it was using it without that. So thank you, Mona. I want to say thank you, Mona, to my bag lady, but that sounds horrible because you're not a bag lady, but you make great bags. You know what you're doing. All right, look at that. So that did go much smoother. Puckers just give it texture. Yeah, it's definitely going to have texture. It's right here. It's right here. My finger feels it right there. So I don't think, though, it's going to matter. So now I'm going to come to this side, and then that basically I have... Where's my bag? Basically, I have at least the strips down. What I might do is Katie is coming on tonight, right? Katie, you're coming on tonight. What I might do is, if I'm not tired, the problem is I get home from school and I am so exhausted. But my honey had like a little vacation last week, so he's going to be at work. And what I may do, and I did some food prep this weekend. what I may do is I may go on a live for about a half hour. I don't know, and work on this, maybe. My evenings, it's so hard for me in the evening because being tired from work and having to cook and do all that kind of stuff, it's a lot. Katie, you go on at 5 today, right? Here we go. Last 2 bags haven't turned out for me. I like making cosmetic bags. I haven't tried that yet. I'm petrified of the buttonholes and the zippers. So that's where I'm at with that. Let's see what Mona says. I am taking Mom to run errands all day today. I canceled everything I have planned. And hi, Michelle. Can I self-promote? Yes, go for it, Jessica. Jessica is sewing on the bluff. That is now. It's me, Jessica Lee. Absolutely. Everybody self-promote, please. Oh, wait. Do you have a live today? I put in a thing to notify me. I got something that you're going to have your first live, and it says to notify me. Is that today? I won't go live today. That's today. Please let us know, because I did. I hit that button to let me know. Okay, so I have this, and I have 8, and this says 9 here. So that means, oops, that means I have these 4 pieces. I could put, let me see, I could put that there, and then these 2 on the other side. Okay, that sounds good. So let's see, what do they tell us for this? So after doing all this, it says, when all numbers have been completed, additional decorative quilting patterns may be stitched. Press project on both sides. Pin or glue all loose pieces on the outside of the project to hold in place. Flip over and sew through all layers on the original stitching line to secure, and then trim the outside. So we are getting there. We are getting there. So I'm going to put this here. And so I'm waiting on Jessica and see what she says. I'll be doing my first live Thursday. Yes, good. Tomorrow at 5 a.m. till 8 p.m. I'll be on the voting polls. Okay. Good luck, Jessica. Yes, I'm a nervous wreck over it. I'm a nervous wreck working on this. So, yeah, so everybody go over there on Thursday. I think Katie's on tonight. Anybody else on? Speak now or forever hold your peace. And no one needs to ask. If you are my regular peeps, always put in your information. Just put it in the chat, your information. You know, I wouldn't want Gizmo to self-promote, but yes, I want all my peeps to let us know what's going on. Because I'm out of the loop a lot of times. I'm going to put that out there. I'm out of the loop. So now I have to make sure there's lines here and here to line this up. Now I'm getting in the groove of it because changing the foot is just miraculous change. Thank you, Mona, for bringing that up. There we are. That went right to where it needed to go. Let's see if this side goes right to where it needed to go. And it did. So here we are. So I'm going to go on this side and put these 2 on. I have to look at like what side is what. Look at how much faster this is going with that foot. All right, I'm liking this. And then we're going to put this last one on. And then we have all our pieces that go like this. So this is where they said, you know, I still have other numbers to put on, like these parts, and that'll be for another day. There we are. So now you see, I get to show you. This came in perfect timing. And there it is. So here is part of my bag. And there is the back. And I think it looks good together. So I'm excited. I'm excited. It is. Hi, Linda. Just remember to breathe. Yes, that's right. Yes, when we have the tools, but I have to go and rush in. I will see you all maybe later on today. If I come home and I'm not so tired, I may want to continue working on this bag for maybe a half hour, but no promises. But I will see you all soon, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care of yourself, pass it forward, and if you like what you see, please like, subscribe, and share my channel, and I will, 800, someone gave me 800 of something, so thank you, because clearly I didn't see that. I will see you all soon. Bye-bye.